Am I going or not going? So interesting. I have wanted to go to Phuket in January because there's an EDC, it's called EDC Festival, which is Electronic Dance Community. Normally that's held in Miami and it attracts a lot of big DJs. It's over 3 days in Phuket. And well, going to these kind of dance festivals are not always cheap. So if they're in Miami, I'm in Australia, it's a long way away, right? And like Tomorrowland is something like I've always wanted to go, but it's again very expensive for like just 2 days, 3 nights. Like we're talking €2,000. And then you got to fly there. So when I saw this, my friend Simon and Scott are going. You can get a VIP ticket for $700 Australian for 3 days. And Phuket is a lot cheaper to stay there. Hey, how you going? Can I get a shout out? My name is... Okay. Anyway, I'm just telling a story. So yeah, I really wanted to go. And one of the big DJs that is going there is Tiesto. So Tiesto is DJ that is a European DJ. No, I think he's American. He's one of the biggest DJs in the world. And I've never seen him. He never comes to Australia. Just shout out Tiesto. You never come to Australia, right? So, yeah, like where am I at going to Phuket, Debbie Sue? You know the story, right? I haven't done an update for ages, so you don't know what's going on either, right? So I'm just going to do an update because in 8 minutes, my friend Susan, or our friend Susan from High Country Homestead is going live. So I'm just getting this out fast. So yeah, you heard me talk about how I was going, wasn't going, was going, wasn't going. Then I heard that one of my favorite DJs, Gareth Emery, is playing, and he's not coming to Australia lately. So I'm like, God damn it, I'm gonna have to go to Phuket to see him. And for me, music is just, it fills my soul, right? I love music and I love dance music and I love dancing, right? I talk about when you're on a dance floor, nothing else matters. It doesn't matter who you are, how old you are, what you look like, how you dress, your colour of your skin, how old you are. I've said that twice. But no one gives a shit. It's just you and the music and you dance. And it's beautiful. I think it's a coming together of strangers and you'll never even talk to them. It doesn't even matter. That's not the point. It's the point of dancing and smiling and just loving it. And I know if you haven't felt it before, then I'm sorry. But you can see many of my videos, my lives that I've just done recently, on Sunday night and then last Saturday night. If you have a look at them, some of them have got copyright strikes on them, but they're still allowed to be played. I just don't get any, points for it or whatever you want to call it, and that's fine. But it'll put you in that moment, and it's a beautiful moment to be dancing on a dance floor. So that's why I wanted to go to Phuket. But next year, Dora has a couple of things already planned. I'm going to Bali to meet up with one of my fellow YouTubers, and Jazz and Nicola. And then I'm also doing a big trip to Africa next year, which is probably one of my biggest goals, travel goals, is to go to Africa. Costs a lot of money, right? I'm not made of money. I don't have a sugar daddy, always looking for one. I don't have a huge paying job. I'm just your normal average Joe, right? But my name's not Joe, it's Dora. So how am I going to make that happen? Without, pimping myself out on, OnlyFans or something like that, which I'm not planning to do, guys, just to be clear. Or if I, overnight become a, YouTube sensation, which probably not probable either. So yeah, I've got to be realistic. So I thought, the only way I can do that is to save money, which I was doing. And then my next idea was, let's get another job, right? I already have a job. Let's get another job, right? So that's where my head's at. So my last video about this, where Rhonda, Debbie Sue were talking to me, was I was literally on my laptop looking up how much it is to go to Phuket. Is it realistic? Where to stay? How much is a ticket? All very doable. Way a little bit more expensive than I wanted to spend, but I was putting it out there, going, put it out to the universe. It's going to cost me about $3,000 Australian. If I worked hard and got another job, it could make it happen. And the last comment by even Debbie Sue was like, you'll make it happen. When you have those intentions, you'll make it happen, right? So I even applied for a job. That didn't eventuate. I went on holidays and thought, let's regroup after holidays. I'm back from holidays now. But this is the interesting thing. The DJ that I want to see in Phuket, Gareth Emery, who hasn't been to Australia for about 2 or 3 years now. Guess what? Guess what, Debbie Sue? Guess what, Rhonda? Guess what? Whoever's watching this live or on the replay, guess what? He's coming to Australia. So, he's coming to Australia in February. Phuket is in January. I don't need to go to Phuket. Yes, I probably would have loved to see Tiesto. But there's a couple of other DJs there. Guess what? They're also playing. It's called Dream Festival or Dream something. It's in Sydney. Yeah, I know, Debbie. So isn't that amazing? I'm like, holy crap. I'm so excited. It's called, let me just get off my phone. I've got 4 minutes. 4 minutes. And then my friend Debbie, our friend Susan's on the live. It's called Dream Stage. Dream State, Australia. It's on the 2nd of February at Sydney Olympic Park, which is where I just saw Hypersonic last Saturday night before. So again, conveniently, stay with my sister, catch up with my sister, catch up with Vess. She knows I'm coming back to visit her. I'm going to do some more adventures together. My friend Mel, who I met up with last time, and whoever else, Wayne, I know that we were going to try to meet up. And also another guy that's playing at that same Dream State is a guy called Giuseppe, I think it is. He's also playing in Phuket, and I'd love to see him again. He's playing there, so kind of win-win, right? But this is the thing, guys, I've got 3 minutes. So in this process of putting it out to the universe, there is a job that I could potentially get as like a Christmas fill-in. It's not a full-time thing, guys. It's just for Christmas, because I won't be working over Christmas with my clients. So that could help me save for my other trips next year, right? So yeah, I'm thinking I might go actually have a conversation with them today, and see if I can pick up some extra shifts, right? I'm not talking about filling up my days completely. I still want to be able to do YouTube and live, right? And not stress myself out. But I think it wouldn't be a bad thing to have a second job. That's how I've always afforded to go to on trips. I've always had part-time jobs. Sometimes I've even had 3 jobs: a full-time job, a night job, and a job on my day off, just to be able to save to go on holidays. So that's how Dora has been able to go to 62 countries officially I've traveled to, backpacking, because I'm a cheap ass, and that's how I afford to travel and go to other places, because I travel cheaply. If I had to travel first class, or not first class, but like normally, and stay at hotels for a week, I probably would have been to only, a handful of places. But because I stay in backpacker hostels, I stayed in like Sydney in a capsule hostel, which is like a coffin. It cost me $69 for one night. That's cheaper than paying $150 to $200 in a hotel, right? And I don't need a hotel. So yeah. Anyway, that is where I'm at. Kathleen. Hello, Kathleen. I'm about to go, guys, because our friend Susan is about to be live. So we're kind of doing like a Dora raid on Susan, but we're not really, because actually, that's just for a bit of fun, guys. When we go to Susan's live, because she's going on in like 2 minutes, can you put in the chat Dora raid? And Susan will get a laugh because she helped me with the Dora raid, right? So if everyone's here, so let me be official here. Let me do what Susan did the other day for me. I'm going to get her link for Susan High Country Homestead. So High Country Homestead will be live in a couple of minutes. I'm going to put the link in here. Share. Copy link. I'm just going to put it in the chat, guys, if I can do that. Oh, I can't do that. Apparently it says I'm not live. That's really weird. Well, anyway, most of you guys know, if Debbie Sue could put the link to to High Country Homestead, that'd be great. And if you can go to the chat to her live and say Dora Raid, because I'm going there now, guys, that'd be funny. See you guys, Dora Raid. It's not really a Dora Raid, right? but it's funny, right? I think Susan will get the joke out of it. See you guys.